For 6 long years, I have looked into the eyes of my wife's cat and kept a secret that would completely destroy my marriage if it ever came to light. Every single time my wife Clara cradles that jet black animal against her chest, whispering how much she loves him, my heart stops. She thinks she is holding Midnight, the fierce, feral stray she rescued from an alleyway, bottle-fed for weeks, and defended against every single person who told her he was a monster. But she isn't. The real Midnight was a bloodthirsty, unpredictable beast that nearly cost me my sanity and left permanent scars buried deep in my forearm. The creature currently sleeping soundly on our velvet sofa is an imposter, a calm, perfectly trained lookalike I bought from a shelter 2 towns over while she was away. It was supposed to be the perfect victimless crime to save our relationship. I thought I had gotten away with it. But yesterday morning, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The imposter cat was staring fixatedly at a hollow space beneath our floorboards. And a blackmail people keep behind closed doors. You won't want to miss how this psychological nightmare unfolds. Subscribe now, and let's get back to the story. To understand why I did something so radical, you have to understand what my life was like 6 years ago. Clara and I were just dating back then, deeply in love and planning a future together. There was only one massive, unavoidable obstacle in our relationship. Her cat, Midnight, entirely feral. He treated our apartment like a war zone, and anyone who stepped inside as an enemy combatant. If you tried to pet him, he would open up holes in your hands. Every Thanksgiving, Clara's mother would refuse to come over because choosing instead to target Clara's laundry baskets, my shoes, and the corners of our rugs. Our friends completely stopped visiting. Whenever we had to take him to the vet, the staff had a bright red warning sticker plastered across his medical file. He once cornered an innocent maintenance worker in our small bathroom, hissing and lunging so violently that the poor guy was trapped inside at my absolute breaking point. I felt like a hostage in my own home. The turning point came when Clara's sister got married out of state. Clara had to leave for an entire week, leaving me on solo feeding duty. On the very first night, I walked into the kitchen, bent down to place his food bowl on the floor, and made the mistake of looking away for a split second. In a flash of black fur and claws, Midnight lunged. He tore into my forearm with such calculated ferocity that the wounds required layers of heavy gauze to stop the bleeding. I stood over the kitchen sink, washing my own blood down the drain, looking at the cat who was licking my blood off his paws with an icy stare. Out loud, trembling with rage, I told him, "You can be replaced." It started as a dark, frustrated joke in my head. But as I lay awake that night, my arm throbbing in pain, the joke morphed into an obsession. By morning, it wasn't a joke anymore. It was a plan. I spent the next 2 days driving to animal shelters far outside our city limits, looking for a miracle. At a small shelter 2 towns over, I found him. He was an all-black cat, identical in size, with the exact same piercing yellow eyes. The shelter staff explained that his previous elderly owner had passed away, and the poor cat had been deeply depressed and quiet ever since. They warned me that he was incredibly skittish and had been returned once before for hiding under a bed for days at a time. To the shelter workers, this was a flaw. To me, it was perfection. A skittish cat that hides under the bed would perfectly explain any sudden shift in Midnight's behavior to Clara. I paid the adoption fee, took the new cat home in a cardboard carrier, and faced the darkest part of my plan, disposing of the real Midnight.